welcome back to the JetBackup tutorial series. In this video, we'll cover the Encrypted Backups feature in JetBackup 5. We'll start with an explanation of how encrypted backups work and where they might be useful, before moving on to how we can enable encrypted backups on our jobs, as well as how a client can manage backup encryption for themselves. Please visit jetbackup.com/tutorials for a full list of helpful videos to guide you through setting up JetBackup to best fit your needs. Encrypting your backups is supported in JetBackup 5 for clients that are required to be GDPR compliant by EU law. Enabling encrypted backups is available on backup jobs using an archived or compressed structure and can easily be enabled from the backup jobs menu. Let's take a look at how to do this. Enabling encrypted backups takes just a few simple steps which start in the backup jobs menu. We'll begin by selecting our desired backup job and then verifying we're using an archived or compressed backup structure. If you have an incremental structure selected, you won't see the option to enable encrypted backups. Once we verify the structure, we can enable the encrypted backups option by selecting Yes. Once this is complete, we can adjust this functionality a bit further from the Privacy and Security Settings menu. To adjust some of the settings for encrypted backups, we can move to the Privacy and Security tab of the Settings menu. Here we get a few more options that are relevant to encrypted backups. We have our user agreements and privacy policy you can customize to contain information relevant to GDPR and other privacy policies or information. Client accounts will be asked to accept this and be required to re-accept the agreement each time they're modified. This would also be where you'd specify your backup destination for clients subject to GDPR. Following the policies, we have the account encryption selection option. This gives clients the ability to choose if they'd like to be included in backups that are unencrypted, or restrict their accounts to only be backed up by encrypted jobs, or even not backed up at all. We'll go over what this option looks like for a client account after the settings are configured. Finally, we have the right to be forgotten configuration. This allows us to specify a TTL or time to live for data for a terminated account. After the specified period has elapsed, all data relevant to a terminated account will be deleted from the server. In our demonstration, we'll keep it at 30 days. After enabling and customizing how encrypted backups function, we'll take a look at how clients can enable encrypted backups for themselves. From the dashboard of a client account, we can select Manage Account, which will provide us with the options I mentioned in the settings section. For this demo, I'll set the account to only be included in encrypted backups. This will open up the option for us to use a local or remote encryption key, which allows us to specify if we want to use an encryption key that's off-site that our hosting provider does not have access to for accessing our backups. Using a remote key will prevent a hosting provider from performing any actions, including restores, without first being provided a key to the encrypted backups. Using a local key will allow a hosting provider to access this key and will allow them to perform actions such as a restore without needing to be provided a key. Finally, in this menu, we can also enable the right to be forgotten for this account. These settings will make sure this account is only included in backup job with encryption enabled, as well as the follow the right to be forgotten TTL, which we said earlier. And that concludes our tutorial on backup encryption in JetBackup 5. Thanks for joining us. In our next video, we'll be going over restores and downloads. Please visit jetbackup.com/tutorials for a full list of helpful videos to guide you through setting up JetBackup to best fit your needs.